Good afternoon, parents. A warm welcome to everyone. We are just waiting for a few more attendees to join in because it's a very crucial topic. So kindly please bear with us. Thank you. You are exactly what your child needs. Don't ever doubt that. Not even for a second. Not even through a pandemic. Nothing protects a child's mental health like having a warm and loving relationship with adults. It has been hard for kids to feel motivated during the pandemic. They are tired and worn down. COVID-19 pandemic has upended family life around the globe. School closures, working remote, physical distancing, it's a lot to navigate for anyone, but especially for the parents. Someday, everything will make perfect sense. So for now, laugh at the confusion, smile through the tears, and keep reminding yourself that everything happens for a reason. Namaskar. I, Rupi Babbar, on behalf of the entire MPS fraternity, extend a warm welcome to everyone at the webinar on Nurturing Minds. One tree can start a forest. One word can frame a goal. One candle can wipe out darkness. Let me introduce you to the captain of the ship. She is none other than Honorable Madam Principal, Miss Alka Kapoor, who is an empowering leader with rich academic and administrative experience of 32 years in educational research. Madam is the proud recipient of CBSE Principals and Teachers Award by Education Minister, State Teachers Award by the Directorate of Education, Delhi, and Mahatma Gandhi Samman at the House of Lords, London, for her commendable efforts in raising the standard of education in school. As the principal of the school, she has taken the school to great heights through an open-minded attitude for learning and love for children. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the one who gives direction to everyone in the school. She's none other than the ever so energetic Madam Vice Principal, Miss Meena Mittal. We also have with us our diligent and vivacious headmistress, Miss Sapna Charha. Proud to welcome our nursery in charge, Miss Rutika Gangwar. Her dedication speaks of herself. And now, I take this opportunity to introduce to you ardent and hardworking headmistress of Modern Public School, Miss Ekta Kapoor, a master in counseling psychology with the passion to help out people struggling with their day-to-day lives. Her love for children and commitment towards work has won her to the credit, appreciation, and reverence from parents and teachers alike. Dear parents, at any point during the session, if you have any question, please feel free to post it in Q&A section reflecting at the bottom of your screen. Further, without further ado, I would like to welcome Ekta ma'am to take the virtual dais for her meticulous elucidation on parenting the pandemic child. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Rupi ma'am, for such a wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, one and all. I, Ekta Kapoor, on behalf of Modern Public School, thank you for taking out your time for this webinar. Trust me when I say this, that all of us at school were hoping that we have left our webinar days behind and soon we would get the opportunity to interact with all our parents face to face like we used to. But this webinar has been planned because it's the need of the hour. As you all know, we all have opened our school doors for all our students and our corridors are beaming with the chitter-chatter of the young ones. Seeing them after almost 2 years is a treat to our sore eyes. The pandemic was a very difficult phase for everyone. It not only impacted us physically, but also psychologically. In fact, it has not yet ended. We are still struggling through the same hardships that we were struggling about a year back. The schools are reopening and closing. Everyone's confused. No one knows what's happening. And that is also adding to the misery of our children. Let me start with a little poll and ask you all a little question. Can we have the poll, please? I hope a screen has popped up in front of you. And the question is, has your child's behavior changed during the pandemic? I would request you all to take 30 seconds to answer. Once we have the answers, I would request ma'am to please share the results as well with all of us. Okay, while we wait for the results. Okay, thank you so much. We have the results. And I hope you all can see this, that 84% of you have said, yes, the child's behavior has changed. About 6% of you say no, and 9% says not sure. Going by the majority, I would say that the pandemic has definitely impacted all of us, and especially our children. And the lashes of that impact can now be seen. The most affected were the children. Many of the children we see today have a delayed developmental milestone, not because there is a problem with them, but because they were deprived of a balanced environment for growth. Now, when I say balanced, what do I mean? A balanced environment is a positive social and emotional environment. Now, look back and try to remember the last 2 years in your children's life. They were filled with negative emotions, fear, anxiety, and no social contact. For us adults, it was just 2 years, but for a 4 or 5 year old child, that period is 50% of his life. That's half his life that they've lived. The emergence and existence of the pandemic was not in our hands, but reducing its impact on our child is. Learning happens in the maximum learning that happens is in the first 14 years of one's life. And the first 5-6 years, the child is like a sponge. Whatever you put in, they will soak. And these last 2 years, I mean, out of those 14 years, in these 2 years, it has been the opportunity of the parents to be their mentor, their guide, their parent, their friend, their philosopher, and everything to them. So I am pretty sure that all of you would have planned judicially and have been cautious. And if not, there is never too late to start and help our children get over the impact of the pandemic. Now, the question arises, how can we help our children? First and foremost is unconditional love. The child needs to feel secure. And the only way to do so is unconditional love without any expectations and comparisons. The last 2 years have been filled with so many emotions, which usually the child is supposed to experience slowly and steadily over years, and that too with just 1 or 2 instances. डर लग रहा है, कब लगता है बच्चों को डर? नॉर्मल बच्चों को जब लाइट चलेगी तब उनको फियर का एहसास होता है, लेकिन जो पेंडेमिक में बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हैं, जो बड़े हुए हैं, उनको तो ये सारी फीलिंग्स ऑलरेडी मिल चुकी हैं. एंड दैट टू नॉट फियर्स ऑफ कि कॉकरोच आ जाएगा या बत्ती चलेगी, अंधेरा है, बट the fear of losing a family member, the fear of catching a deadly disease, the fear of the unknown. So we need to understand that even though they are not able to say anything, It is our responsibility. When we as adults were so lost, remember 2020 March, all of us were so lost. Every day we used to switch on the TV and see कि अरे इसके बारे में कुछ पता लग जाए, क्या है ये, क्या नहीं है ये. Imagine the kids. हमारी एंजाइटी, हमारे फियर्स कहीं ना कहीं अननोइंगली हम बच्चों में डाल देते हैं, उनको इसका एहसास दिला देते हैं. Now, when I say unconditional love, does that mean that you stop disciplining your child? No, you still need to do that. But there is a way to do that, which I'll be talking about in the later half. You need to focus on building a connection with your child. While creating all the boundaries and instilling good habits, don't forget to make your child feel special. Yes, there is a lot of pressure कि अरे मेरे बच्चे को ये डिसिप्लिन होना चाहिए, बाहर जाए तो ऐसे होना चाहिए, उसको वैसे होना चाहिए. बट उस प्रोसेस में डोंट फॉरगेट कि वो आपका बच्चा है और वो आपसे एक्नॉलेजमेंट चाहता है. द चाइल्ड नीड्स टू फील स्पेशल. Catch them when they have done something good and appreciate them. Out of nowhere, the child is just sitting and probably he just said thank you to a caregiver, and then you appreciate that I appreciate it. I noticed that you use the magical word, and I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your gesture. It'll make them happy. Praise their good habits to somebody else when you know they are listening, when they're around. All of you are sitting in the family, you talk to your family in the evenings, you tell them, आज आपको पता है इसने क्या किया, इस वो ही अच्छे बिहेवियर को आप एक्नॉलेज करो पूरी फैमिली के सामने. इसने अपने आप अपने क्रेयॉन्स संभाले, या इसने थैंक यू बोला, और इसने अपने कपड़े खुद बदले. एनीथिंग, whatever you think your child has done good and is appreciation worthy, make sure you are saying it in front of everyone so that your child is able to hear that. And most importantly, respect their choices. Your child might be just 5 years or 4 years or 3 years, and you have an experience of 40 years or 30 years, but don't forget कि वो 5 साल में that child is the eldest that he has ever been. According to him, उस 5 साल में आज वो 5 साल का है, कल वो 4 साल का था. अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम, ही इज द एल्डेस्ट दैट ही हैज एवर बीन. सो उसके हिसाब से उसके पास भी बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है, एंड वी नीड टू रिस्पेक्ट दैट. I'll give you an example, and let me give a disclaimer. A lot of my examples will be related to me and my daughter, because my daughter has taught me a lot of things, and that was my experiential learning. उसके साथ I have also grown, and I have learned how to be a more calmer parent, and how can we coexist without making each other feel demeaned. So a lot of examples will be of my daughter, because I mean these are tried and tested examples. So I'll give an example. My daughter is just 5 years old, and she is really fond of taking out her own clothes, and it's not very new. It's been happening since the past 3 years. When she was 2.5 or 3, वो अपने कपड़े अपनी मर्जी से ही निकालती थी. Initially, I had these inhibitions. अरे यार, not this, not that. But then I evolved, and I realized कि all right, we are at home. Let me weigh the pros and cons. We are at home. एंड अगर अपने कंफर्ट जोन में मेरा बच्चा कुछ पहनना चाहता है जो मे बी मिसमैच है, किसी और सेट का टॉप है, किसी और सेट का पजामा है या ड्रेस है, एंड शी इज नॉट वेयरिंग अ स्वेटर विद इट, शी इज वेयरिंग अ जैकेट जो नहीं मैच कर रही है, दैट्स ओके. शी इज इन हर कंफर्ट जोन. मेरा प्रायोरिटी क्या है? टू मेक हर लुक गुड, और टू बिल्ड दैट कॉन्फिडेंस इन हर, to make sure that she knows that I trust her and I respect her choices. So I weigh my pros and cons. And okay, this is just at home. Even when we go out, it's not an easy task. Sometimes she wants to wear something, she wants to be in her home clothes. Ki, Mama, this is comfortable for me. But we can't step out in those. Then what do? I take out 3 options for her, which I think are appropriate for that occasion. I said, okay, the ones that you've taken out, आप इसको निकाल के रखेंगे, हम आते ही इसमें चेंज करेंगे. बट अभी क्योंकि हम बाहर जा रहे हैं, why don't you choose out of these 3 clothings? And then it is resolved. From clothing to socks to clips to shoes, trust me, वो सब select करती है. And हमारा जो तैयार होने का टाइम half an hour का होता है ना, I have to start it 1.5 hours पहले, because I need to give her that time. When a child is born, they are completely dependent on the parent and the caregivers. Our actions and love towards them builds their trust on us and eventually on the world, in the society. We need to ensure that we are respecting our child's feelings and not breaking their trust by any false promises or lying to them about small things. कितनी बारी होता है, while going out for dinner, maybe, you're just going out for a couple's dinner and the child says, मेरे को भी जाना है, आप कहाँ जा रहे हो इतना तैयार होके? And you say, अरे नहीं नहीं, हम तो डॉक्टर के पास जा रहे हैं, हम तो इंजेक्शन लगवाने जा रहे हैं, and you lie to your child. Or if you want to take them with you to a place and they are not ready to go, you make a false promise. वहां तो चॉकलेट मिलेगी, वहां तो बहुत बड़ा प्ले एरिया होगा, अरे वहां तो ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा. No, you need to stop doing that. One time you'll be able to convince, 3 times you'll be able to convince your child, but from the next time the child will not go with you, because the child would have remembered how you had promised something and that was not fulfilled when they had gone. क्योंकि वो तो उसी उम्मीद के साथ गए हैं ना, वो उस उम्मीद के साथ नहीं गए कि आज मेरे चाचा के वहां पे फंक्शन है या मेरी मासी के यहाँ पे कोई इवेंट है. वो गए कि मुझे शायद वहां पे चॉकलेट मिलेगी, बट उनको वो नहीं मिला. So they would have remembered and they will trouble you again. This will be a recurring event for you. And the biggest example that comes to my mind is when you have to convince your child to go to school. Sometimes we unknowingly instill fears in our child. Jaldi karo, nahi to ma'am will scold you. She will punish you and make you stand outside the class. अच्छा ओके, जल्दी चलो, वहां पे तो बहुत सारी गेम्स होंगी, या वहां पे तो आपको मैम ये देंगी वो देंगी. नो, unknowingly we are making those false promises just to get that task done कि बस ये चला जाए स्कूल या ये तैयार हो जाए अपने स्कूल के लिए. No, we should not do that. Please understand, this pandemic has been very, very, very difficult emotionally more than physically. Physical pain के लिए तो we have our vaccinations now, but emotionally, how will we cure? And our children who are not able to say anything, who are not able to talk, हम उनमें, और जब वो अब स्कूल जाना शुरू हुए हैं, ऑलरेडी 2 साल उनके डर में निकले हैं, और they don't know how to interact. They are stepping out of the houses and meeting new people for the first time. You cannot expect them to react the same way. जब लॉकडाउन खुला था तो adults were like, oh thank god, let's make a plan, let's go here, let's go there. But did you hear a child say anything like that? No, because they have not experienced it. उनको पता ही नहीं है बाहर जाना होता क्या है, लोगों से मिलना होता क्या है, दोस्त बनाना क्या होता है, दोस्तों के साथ बैठना क्या होता है. They don't know. उनके लिए उनकी पूरी दुनिया is parents and the family. So all of this is new to them, and it is our responsibility, as parents, guides, and caregivers, to make this transition easy and smooth for them without breaking their trust. Take out time to understand, why does your child not want to go to school or to a certain place? What troubles him? And find a solution for it. Trust me when I say this, maximum number of times, the reason they will give you to not go to school is, Mama, I miss you a lot. पापा, आई मिस यू अ लॉट, मुझे आपकी बहुत याद आती है, इतने आवर्स हो जाते हैं आपके बिना, आई मिस यू अ लॉट. Trust me, you will get this answer. And we need to be empathetic towards that and acknowledge that feeling that yes, beta, I miss you too. But school is so important. Explain them the benefits and the pros of going to school, the experience that they will gain, meeting new friends, learning new things. And talk to them about your experience. कि मम्मा भी स्कूल गई, पापा भी स्कूल गए, दादी दादा, everyone went to school, and this is how we used to go to school. These were our school days. We used to look forward. So acknowledge it कि yes beta, it will take time for you to adjust. It is very new, but trust me when I'm saying this, once everything falls into place, you will really enjoy. And we all know, we've all gone through that phase. Habibi, I'll ask you all, which was the best time in your life? I'm very sure 90% of you will answer, my school days were the best. My school days were the best. I want that time to come back. Let's not take everything in our children's life as a task. School ke liye ready karna hai, kangi karni hai, khana khana hai, bhejna hai. No. Take time, because hamare liye na, it's a task because we've gone through it. But for the kids, even getting ready for school, getting up early in the morning, wearing the school uniform, probably they're wearing it for the first time. कुछ बच्चों को छोटी हो गई है और वो बड़ी uniform पहन रहे हैं, so it is all an experience for them. And in our process to finish the task of getting them ready for school, we are just hurrying them and not letting them soak that all in. We are instilling fears in our kids, and you need to prepare your child for the situation. And this is for every situation, not just for school but for everything. Tell them every evening that you have school tomorrow. Okay, come, let's pack your bag. Interact with them. Make it sound exciting. Acha, kal kaun si classes hai? Do you have art and craft or drama or music? Take interest. Unki favorite class kya hai? Unki favorite teacher kaun si hai? वो किस बच्चे के साथ बैठना चाहते हैं? Take interest and be excited so that that enthusiasm and excitement is passed on to the child. Even in the mornings, I would recommend you start early and give your child that time to wake up and come to their senses, to be ready for school. Be patient, calm, don't lose your cool. Manage your child's emotions and behavior, keep healthy routines, and build resilience. Now you tell me, how would you feel if your day started with a fight with your partner? Utte hi aankh khuli and you guys fought, and how will your day go? Will you be productive? Will you be able to, reach that level of productivity जो आपने सोचा था? Now, बच्चों का भी सेम है. सुबह उठते ही डांट खाएंगे तो कैसे अपना मन लगा पाएंगे कहीं पे भी? जल्दी उठो, जाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. How will they be able to, give their 100% wherever they are going in whatever task they are doing? And not just the kids, जब आप अपने बच्चे को डांटते हो and वो situation खत्म होती है, your mind, your heart is also heavy कि अरे यार, I didn't want to scold but आज फिर से हो गया. And even the whole house का माहौल becomes very negative and dull. Even you are very what do you say, at an unrest कि यार चलो जल्दी से फिर बच्चा आए, मैं उसको प्यार करूं. Even you feel uncomfortable after a scenario like this. पहले के ज़माने में क्या होता था? I mean, I'm sure it happens in a lot of households even now, that early morning, because I remember my time, I would remember my time when I used to wake up in the morning. My grandmom used to be in the mandir. उठते ही इतनी अच्छी अगरबत्ती की खुशबू आया करती थी, दादी घंटी बजा के आरती करा करती थी और वो घर का माहौल ही अलग होता था. इट वाज सो पीसफुल. जब उस माइंडसेट के साथ घर से कोई भी निकलता था, whether it was us, whether it was my father, my mother, my grandfather, I mean, we used to step out with a positive frame of mind and a smile on our faces. क्योंकि उठते ही हमें इतना अच्छा पीसफुल एहसास होता था. And again, this holds true for every situation. You need to prepare your child for everything. Whether it's a doctor's visit, a stroll to the park, or the market. आपने कभी सोचा है वैसे कि बच्चे अपने नानी के घर जाने के लिए इतने हैप्पी क्यों रहते हैं और इतने एक्साइटेड क्यों रहते हैं? Have you put a thought कि I'm sure everybody knows this and it is a saying कि जब नानी के घर बच्चा जा रहा होता है तो इतना एक्साइटेड क्यों होता है? Because unknowingly, everyone ends up preparing them for it. अगर नानी के यहाँ रहने जाना है तो mother will tell them 3 days before, अरे परसों हमने नानी के यहाँ जाना है, अपने कपड़े निकाल लेना. The child will see her packing. The father will come, अरे अब तो तुम 3 दिन बाद देखोगे मुझे, नानी के यहाँ जा रहे हो, क्या प्लान है? All of that conversations happen, and in that process you have unknowingly prepared your child for that trip, for that day out, or a staycation at Nani's place for 10 days or 3 days, whatever is planned. So preparation is the key. I speak to a lot of parents about their children, and most of the times the complaint that comes is ये तो सुनता ही नहीं है, ये तो सुनती ही नहीं है. I have enrolled her in this class and that class, but it is so difficult to get them there. Parents, let me tell you one thing. It will be difficult. It will be difficult because your child is at a stage of exploration. They will try every tactic with you to see what works and what doesn't. You tell me, if I tell you to come out of your comfort zone, Will you not resist ki, acha, okay, you know, you will also resist. But you are adults and mature, so you know that this is my responsibility, I have to do this. But a child does not know that. And they are exploring. They will use every tactic to see what works. कि मैं कैसे इस situation से बाहर आ सकते हैं. You know, but you know, your reaction to their action will determine the frequency of their behavior. जहां आपने रिएक्ट किया, चाहे पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव, आप समझ जाना कि ये तो रिपीट होने ही वाला है. एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ मैं. My again, so I'll not give you my child's example, I'll give you another child's example. You know, there were a group of children who were playing, and this child was doing an activity differently. You know, the child was supposed to jump on the trampoline a different way, or you know, like finish a circuit in a different way, but वो किसी और तरीके से कर रहा था वो. And you know, it made us smile. Children are adorable. It made us smile. And you know, when he saw that, you know, the coaches are reacting this way and we are reacting this way, even if he corrected him, now उसने नहीं किया वो correct. उसको आता था, but he did not do it because he saw our reaction, the first reaction we gave. He saw it and probably he liked it. You know, so make sure that the reaction that you are giving is very controlled. And be persistent. Persistence is the solution to this problem. You have to be persistent. You have to ensure that you are not giving up. You know, you might have to repeat a thing maybe 10 times, but be persistent and consistently tell them this is the solution. This is what you are supposed to do. You know, if you're supposed to go for this class, beta, I know you're a little tired, or I know you don't feel like going, but chalo, let's do it. You know, वैसे भी next class तो इसकी day after tomorrow है ना, तो it's just a 1 hour class. Let's do it. Don't give up. And again, this persistence is valid for all the situations you can think of. Screen time problems, not sitting down for homework, revision नहीं करते हैं. क्यों करेगा homework? Why will your child leave the TV or mobile? क्योंकि he or she, they know that मैं अगर 6 बारी बोलूंगा ना, तो मम्मी और पापा में से कोई ना कोई तो दे ही देगा, because we end up giving up. You know, so be consistent. No है तो no है. You know, now this brings me to a very, very important aspect, which I touched upon in the starting, which is assertive discipline. I mentioned earlier that we need to discipline our children, but there is a way to do it. How? What is the way to do it? Everybody does it. What's the way to do it? First, set clear house rules for the family. I repeat myself, set clear house rules for the family. Please note, I did not say set rules for the child. I said for the family. Because a child will only do things that they see, not what you have told them to do. Our biggest problem is watching TV or phone with meals. ये तो इसके बिना खाना ही नहीं खाते हैं, कैसे खाना खिलाएंगे? Please pause and reflect. Where has the child learned this from? Who is he seeing doing this? And the answer you will find within. You know, a child's first role model is always the parents. Try to inspire your child, and remember, it is not a static picture. कि एक बारी किया and हो गया. No, it is an evolving movie. It's a process that will help your child reach his or her true potential. And it will also make you a better version of yourself. And who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? I'll give you an example again. You know, I always had this wish, even before I had a child, I had this wish कि मेरे बच्चे को ना reading का शौक होना चाहिए. You know, it should be one of her hobbies. So I started reading a book to her as early as 3 months of age. And I have been reading to her ever since. She's 5 now and she still wants me to read to her. You know, but again, I'm also a parent. मेरे दिमाग में आता है, it comes to my mind that, you know, she has been taught so many words. She's in KG now. She can read a lot of sight words. She can blend words. She can make 3-word, 4-word sentences. Then why doesn't she try to read herself? And honestly, within a second, I had my answer, because I reflected within that she never sees me hold a book in my hand for myself. She never sees me read a book for myself. I always have a book for her, but she's never seen me read a book for myself. So I started reading in front of her. Sometimes when she sits for her online class, I ask her, Shana, if is it okay if you do your class and I sit right here and read my book? You are doing your work, I'll also learn something, I'll also read a book. She says, okay, mama, I'm okay, I can manage. Okay, fine, I read my book. And trust me when I say this, within a week's time, I saw a change in her. She wanted to hold the book herself and on her own. And now, even when I ask her to try reading, she does make an effort. I don't force her to read too much or read the whole book and overdo it. But yes, I do acknowledge whatever effort she is making. Even if she's reading one line or two words from that page, I acknowledge it. So whenever this thought crosses your mind, कि ये क्यों नहीं करते हैं, please pause and reflect within, and you will have your answer. Trust me, you will have your answer. I know it is too much. Yes, it's a big responsibility. I know. I mean, when I'm talking to you, I know you have to level up to make sure that your child is what you aspire for him to be. So you have to make sure that you have leveled up from the person you are. And it is a big responsibility. Sadhguru said that when you have a child, don't think कि अब उसके स्कूल जाने की उम्र हो गई है, so I am done. No, a child is a 20-year project that you have chosen to start. I mean, if I ask you a question, did your child come and did your child tell you कि please give me birth, I want to come into your lives? No, it was our choice. It was your choice to bring a child into your lives. So now that you have started this project, remember it's a 20-year project that you need to focus on. Make that project your priority. Don't think of the child as a duty. What happens is the first 2 years of childhood, now we really enjoy, oh, my baby, we take them in our hands, do everything for them, and slowly and gradually, when the responsibilities start increasing as the child grows up, हम लोग को बर्डन लगने लगता है, टास्क लगने लगता है कि oh my god, we have to finish this, इसका ये कराना है, इसका वो कराना है. No, calm down, take it, just don't burden yourself. Don't think a child is a duty, but your priority. It was your choice. It was your choice to start that project. And now be consistent and do justice to it for the next 20 years. And a lot of times we have, we as parents face questions from a child that, even if we want to say yes, we cannot say yes. My child will come to me every day कि मेरे को मैगी दे दो, चॉकलेट दे दो, आज मैं आइसक्रीम खा लेती हूँ, but yesterday तो I had stick वाला आइसक्रीम, not today I want a cup वाला आइसक्रीम. They will have n number of reasons to convince you to say yes, but yes, there are some situations where you just cannot. In those situations, remember, a no is a firm no. Once you've said no, there is no going back. They will ask you 10 times. They'll give it a break of 1 hour. They'll come back after 1 hour to ask you the same questions. The whole day they'll pester you with those questions because unko wo karna hai, and they will try their best. But you have to remember कि एक बारी पिघल गए ना, then there is no going back from there. If you have said no once, please stick to it. Now the question arises. Now you will ask me, okay, Ekta, किस चीज पे ना बोले? Sometimes I'm sure all of you feel that all day long, the only thing or the only conversation with your child is, Mama, मैं ये कर लूँ? No. वो कर लूँ? No. You're saying no for everything and scolding for everything. Now it's in your hands. You have to choose your battles wisely. There are certain principles and values that you cannot and should not compromise on. If the situation involves those, then definitely stick to your decision. Lastly, parents, I would like to say that please take care of yourself. If you are healthy and happy from within, only then you will be able to take care of your child. You will be able to inspire them, be their friend, philosopher, and guide in life. A broken basket will never be able to hold fruits. Remember that. All parents want the best for their children, to give your best, but to give them your best, you first need to become best. I am sure every parent has the best intention for their child, but somewhere we are not able to portray it. Our actions and acts are contradictory to each other. Our wishes and how we respond to it are contradictory. For example, we teach our kids कि honesty is the best policy, but unknowingly हम ही छोटी छोटी बातों पर उनके सामने झूठ बोल देते हैं. I'm sure you must have come up with this concept and heard this concept of safed jhoot. What is safed jhoot? Jhoot is jhoot. At one point we want our child to be honest, and the other, unknowingly, we are portraying this in front of our child. We have to realize that वो हमें देख के सीख रहे हैं, and when they see us, this experience is going to build their character, and kahin na kahin this might become their temperament. And the worst part is when it starts to become their temperament, then we as parents end up saying, acha mujhse jhoot bolega ya mujhse jhoot bolegi, you lied to me, very bad. And then the society also loses their confidence in the child. But stop and look back. The root of the problem needs to be straightened out. We have to make sure that we are not depicting that false, that the false principle where one, we are saying that, okay, we should not lie, we should always tell the truth. And the other, the child is seeing us, it could be for any little thing. See, in the pandemic, since we're talking about it, in the pandemic, what happens is that, online classes still, there are a lot of online classes, early morning classes, the routines have gone for a toss, and we are not able to bring them back. In the mornings when children don't attend their classes, sometimes in the next class, in the second class, the teacher asks, okay, for example, Shantanu, why were you not there in the morning? And the parent is telling them, acha, bolde network issue tha. Why fear the truth? Tell them, sorry, ma'am, I couldn't wake up. What will the ma'am say? Try waking up tomorrow. Isse kya hoga? You will become a better person. Your child will become a better person. There will be more structure. Usko jaldi uthane ke liye, you will make the child sleep early. The child will have dinner on time, and the child will wake up tomorrow fresh and bright on time for the class. I would like to share a couple of images with all of you and talk a little more about that. Just give me 1 second. Okay. I hope you are all able to see my screen. The panelists, could you please confirm once if you're able to see my screen clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, this image, what do you see in this image? The girl is crying and the mother is trying to soothe her. What do you think the mother is saying? हम लोग क्या करते हैं जब बच्चा रोता है? What is the first thing that comes to our mind? Okay, stop crying. रोना बंद करो, चुप करो, रोना बंद करो, stop crying. Please stop crying. Will you stop, like if you're angry and a third person comes and says, acha, okay, stop shouting, stop being so pissed. What will your reaction be? Will you calm down immediately? Or will you be super pissed? You don't tell me to calm down. You will be. So what we do to our child, हम क्या कर रहे हैं, उसकी feelings को हम शांत कर रहे हैं, कि उसकी feelings को acknowledge ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. बच्चा अगर रो रहा है, we need to stop using these words कि रोना बंद कर, stop crying. We need to ask them, what happened? What is troubling you? Is there anything I can solve? Because these 2 years, we have 2 years, I would say it is continuing. We have to understand that, in this situation, there will be very small things that might be impacting your child. And when we say stop crying, we are telling them to not encounter their feelings, to not understand their own feelings. We are telling them to just avoid it. No, we have to make sure that we are finding a solution from the beginning. We need to ask them, okay, beta, what happened? Sometimes these past 2-3 years have been so frustrating and so negative for all of us, also for the parents. There have been, your responsibilities have increased, your your timings have been, here and there. Even you're not used to seeing your child so much at home sometimes. For children who are above 6 and 7 and have gone to school, even you're not used to seeing your child home all day long. You had a structure, wo bhi disrupt ho gaya, bacche ka structure, everything was haywire. So sometimes na our frustration tends to come out like this कि अच्छा ओके ठीक है, बस हमें खत्म करना है इसको, कि इसका रोना बंद करा दे, चुप करा दे, किसी तरह से शोर बंद करा दे. No, acknowledge it, ask them what, just model those feelings, and model how to manage these feelings. नहीं तो your child will grow up to be a confused personality. वो कुछ feel करेगा, they will not be able to share it. A lot of times this happens. I meet so many people who are feeling so many things, but they're not able to express it. वो अपने words में they're not able to express it. Why? Because it has not been modeled properly. So when you encounter this situation, I know it can be a little intimidating, but take a deep breath and ask your child, okay, beta, what happened? What made you so sad? I understand you are sad, but what is it and how can I help? Now, this one. In this slide, what do you see? There is a lady asking, what's your name? And the mother replies, it's Jason. Is that correct? The child looks old enough to answer for himself. And even if he's not old enough, a 3-year-old, when they start talking, the first thing we teach them is their name. He could have answered, or he could have answered independently. And on the right side, you see that the mother looks to the child and gives him the opportunity to answer. Now think about this. When the online classes are going on, why did we have the online classes? So that even with the least amount of resources and all the difficulties that had surrounded us, we don't stop nurturing our children. Their education, their etiquettes, the basis of education starts with nursery. What is our motive when we are providing online classes? The teachers are also juggling in their houses. Even they have kids. उनको अपने बच्चों को भी देखना है, आपके बच्चों को भी देखना है, जिनको वो अपने बच्चों जैसा treat करते हैं. They do so much effort for them and they prepare for the online classes and the teachers asking them questions. And what happens? You end up prompting from behind कि यार कई लोग ऐसा ना सोचे इसे कुछ नहीं आता, या मैं घर पे कुछ कराती नहीं. You understand? We shouldn't do that. Why are we doing that? A lot of times the teacher comes to know that it's the parent who has answered and prompted the answer. But how does the teacher reply? Does she say that, no, I don't want your parents' answer, I want your answer? 90% of the cases, the teacher will say, okay, baby, and she will smile. But she knows that it was not the child, but the parent who answered. Lekin unka intent, she does not bring it in front of everyone. Why? Because she knows that my priority is to build this child's confidence. I don't want to let him down. Maybe it's repeating a lot, so they will stop and say that, I'll take this example, Jason, I would love for you to answer independently, but she will never, she will choose her words wisely. You must have noticed that in the online classes. So make sure that, these classes, you are utilizing them to the maximum. Teachers are making efforts, making interactive activities so that the child learns and develops with whatever resources are available. We don't know for how long will this continue. Eventually, अभी तो we have school खुल रहे हैं, बंद हो रहे हैं, the child is coming now, not coming. It's still at the parents' discretion that बच्चे को भेजना है कि नहीं. But eventually, parents, your child will be starting a full-time school. Please remember, you will not be there to prompt the answer. Then imagine what will your child go through. तब उसको कैसा लगेगा? This in continuation to what I was just talking about, dependency. The child seems old enough to tie their own laces, but because again, we take everything as a task, jaldi jana hai, jaldi karo. We don't give them enough time to be independent because we need to finish this task. The lockdown and this period, You can utilize it so optimally to make your child independent. Trust me when I say this, there are so many things you can do with your children, which again, again, parenting is such a vast topic that I can go on and on and on about various aspects of parenting. Even dependency can be a separate webinar. And but right now, in short, I will tell you that little things, that tying shoelaces, eating on their own, or probably sitting for the online classes on their own. Teach them and make and let them be independent. Don't take it as a task. It is not your task. It is a collective effort for you, your child, and this effort comes from the collective effort is between the school and the parents. So please make sure that you're utilizing this period to let go of that dependency and make your child as independent as possible. It is never too early to start independency. It is never too early to start. A 6-month-old toddler can eat on its own. Then what are we waiting for? Why can a 4-year-old not eat the food on its own? Sorry. Okay. Fourth point is, I'm sure you're able to visualize what's happening. On the left side, I'm sure the child must have done something wrong, but the parent is physically punishing the child. Please don't do that. It's my humble request. Don't do that. No physical or corporal punishments to your child, because your child trusts you. The child looks up to you, and by using your hand on the child, you know what you are doing? You are making them submissive. You are this will not help your child understand कि मतलब आप उसको today he's used or she's used a bad word, you slapped him thinking कि अब इसको समझ में आएगा. No, नहीं आएगा. After a certain point, the child will become so habitual of your hitting, like अच्छा ठीक है मैंने गलती करी मम्मा, अभी थप्पड़ मार लोगे, बाद में मारोगे ना, मतलब 2 थप्पड़ मार लोगे, at least I'll enjoy whatever I've just done. No, your child is emotionally connected to you. So give them timeouts. You have used this now. I for half a day, I am not going to, I'm not going to talk to you, or today you're not going to get any screen time because you have not behaved well. Don't use the words, you are a bad girl, you're a good girl, you're a good boy, bad boy. Nobody is good and bad. Your act is bad. Your action was bad, or this action was good. Saying thank you does not make you a good child. Yes, it makes you a polished child, and you have used a good gesture. Using a bad word does not label you as a bad child, but your action was bad and you can still improve. जहां आपने उसे लेबल कर दिया ना बैड बॉय या बैड गर्ल, उसने ये मान लिया. आपका कोई एफर्ट इसके बाद काम नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि बच्चे को आपने ये विश्वास दिला दिया कि वो तो बुरा है ही, मैं तो बैड ही हूं, तो मैं कर भी लूंगा ना, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, मैं तो बैड ही हूं और बैड बच्चे तो यही करते हैं. सो डोंट लेबल योर चाइल्ड. give them timeouts. No screen time. Punishments that involve emotional aspects. No screen time, or no chocolate today, or like whatever is close to your child's heart. No playtime today, or I'm not going to read a book because you behaved like that. You use that. Okay. Now this image is very, 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 very sensitive, and it also breaks my heart when I see this. And sometimes unknowingly we don't realize that in this digital age we are forgetting that where we all started from. Sometimes we don't realize we're on our phone. It could be just working. Maybe you're just working, and your child needs you. Ha, 1 second, 1 second. No, pause. Listen to your child. You can always come back to it. Most of the times, the things we do on our phone, it will be social media, and that can wait. That can wait. This stage, you will not even come to know when this stage has turned into this. In a couple of years, it'll be you standing behind your child, and your child will be on the phone with the earphones on, probably the laptop on, and you'll be screaming at the top of your voice, listen to me, and they will not listen. Why? Because it started here. This is what started that situation. They have gone through this, and that is how they've become this individual. They will not, if you don't give them importance now, they will not give you importance later on, or for that matter, anyone. Why will they? What are we instilling in our children? You know, in today's time, हम बोलते हैं ना family time. What is family time? This is family time today. Mama's on her phone, Papa's on a laptop, and now we bought an iPad. Online classes के बहाने we bought an iPad. So this is our family time कि हम साथ बैठ के ना we entertain ourselves. No, what is your child learning? Nothing. How is your child getting your time? Who will give them that culture, that heritage? What legacy will your child carry on? Today, I remember my mother's sayings. You know, when I used to come back from school, my mom used to sit down with me. She used to ask me about my day. Properly, she used to give me time. अपना घर का काम खत्म करके वो वेट करती थी 2:30 कि my daughter is about to come from school. I have another sister, a younger sister. My daughters are about to come from school. नींबू पानी तैयार रखती हूँ. ये नहीं है कि मैं स्कूल से आई हूँ तो नींबू पानी बनाने गई. No, she used to keep the lemonade ready, and we used to sit together, have lunch together, and chit chat. I did not, when I was in school, I did not watch television, though I did watch television at night, but not during my lunch time, because that was my time. That was our family time. That is what I remember, and वही मैं अपने बच्चे को आगे देना चाहती हूँ. I want to pass on the same thing, and that's what we are doing. We started eating our meals at the table where everybody sits together, talks about their day. You need to be present. You know, if my child is not eating a meal without a phone, or if it is my rule to give her the phone only during meal times, I make sure that I time it accordingly. Ki, all right, 8 o'clock everybody comes back home, तो 7 o'clock I should give my daughter dinner, ताकि जब सब साथ बैठे ना तो वो साथ बैठे. She should be with all of us. She should know what is family. Family का मतलब क्या होता है. This is my last slide, and this slide will, I'm sure you are able to see what the child is doing in this lockdown, where everyone has been so worked up balancing personal and professional life, you know, for working parents, and even for like parents who are at home. They have to balance everything. Now everyone was at home. Even now I would say that it's going to continue. We never know when the next lockdown will be. You know, whatever's happened has happened, but now why don't we make a change? Why don't we, you know, involve our kids in this house, in the household chores? हम उन्हें क्यों फोन दे देते हैं कि अच्छा ठीक है मेरा काम खत्म हो जाएगा, I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to do this. No, involve your child in the household chores. If you're washing clothes, tell the child to help me out. You know, if you're cleaning, tell the child, let's do it together. You know, for a child, these are not chores. This is not work for a child. उसके लिए ये इतनी बड़ी चीज है कि मैं अपनी मम्मी के साथ या अपने पापा के साथ ये एक्टिविटी कर रही हूँ. ये हमारे लिए टास्क है. इट इज अ टास्क फॉर अस कि अरे मेरे को सफाई करनी है, खाना बनाना है, मेरे को ये करना है. It's for us, for adults, because we've complicated our lives so much that we've stopped enjoying those little moments that God gives us. At least we have a family to cook for. At least in this pandemic, in this era of uncertainty, there is one thing which is certain, that my family is there with me. You know, my loved ones are there with me, and that is what a child lives through. उसके लिए घर की सफाई नहीं है. My daughter happily comes in the morning कि मेरे को तो झाड़ू लगाना है आज. Why? Because when we had COVID, she saw us doing it, because there was nobody around. We had to be isolated. So now she's like, I want to mop the floor, or I want to wash the clothes. It is not a task for them. So involve them. This will help them grow exponentially. You will not even realize that unknowingly you've helped your child in holistic developments when they are helping you in your household chores. Just give me 1 second. So parents, I understand that this phase has been so difficult for you, and it might continue for another 6 months, another year, we don't know. But please remember, have a structure. Have a structure. It's never too late to start. Have a structure, because once those bad habits have formed, it will be very difficult for you to make sure that your child does not, your child leaves those habits. Today, if your child is sleeping at 10 o'clock in the night and waking up at 11 o'clock in the morning, you are probably okay, because you say that मेरा घर का काम फटाफट खत्म हो जाएगा इसके उठने से पहले. बट हमें नहीं पता ना कि स्कूल अगले महीने खुल जाए, 6 महीने में खुल जाए, and all of you will have to get back to that routine again. So why not start today? Why do you want to let go of that structure? Have that structure. When you have a structure, trust me, life will be a lot better. It will be a lot better. It will be easier. And also, when the schools reopen completely, the transition will be easy. It will be smooth. You won't have to face so many jigs with your child, because you had built a connection in this pandemic. So thank you so much, all of you, for listening so patiently. And I would now open the forum for questions. If anybody has any questions they would like to ask, you are most welcome to use the Q&A chat box. And please remember that for anonymity, nobody will be able to see these questions apart from the panelists and the host. So please feel free to shoot these questions. Okay, I do have a couple of questions, and I will attend these. Okay, so it's somebody's asked me, what about the child जिसने एक भी दिन school attend नहीं किया because of lockdown? Okay, very valid question. Yes, you are absolutely right. We have children who still have not come to school even once. And again, as I said earlier, I'm going to repeat that in this period, apart from being the parent, आप ही सब कुछ हो उसके लिए. You are the teacher, you are the friend, you are everything. And the responsibility on your shoulders is much, much more than it was before. Take the advice. If there is any problem that you're facing academically, any problem that you're facing basically academically, you please talk to the coordinator. They will definitely help you out and guide you in the right direction. If you say that my child, I'm trying so much, but they are not able to read or they're not able to write, at the end of the day, we have to understand that parents are not professionals when it comes to teaching. But again, जब करने पर आते हैं, we have to do everything. हम ही करता धरता बन जाते हैं अपने बच्चों के. So take the guidance of the experts. And वो आपको, the school has all the resources. The school has prepared so much in the past 2 years to help the child, the parent, whatever issue you face and you get stuck. Even if you don't want to send your child to school, you be in touch with the coordinator, tell them. And the first and the most important thing is that be honest to yourself and to the child. अगर उसे नहीं आता तो उसको ऑनलाइन क्लास में आप प्रॉम्प्ट मत कीजिए. Let the teacher know. तभी वो उसके बेनिफिट के लिए एक प्लान प्रिपेयर कर पाएगी. So be honest. नहीं आता, no problem. Take help. Tell the teacher. Let the child, and walk your child to the path of independence. उसको खुद करने दो. अभी नहीं करेगा, 6 महीने बाद जरूर you will see a change in your child when you let them be independent. I hope that answers your questions. Yeah, I have a very interesting question. I would definitely answer that question. I'll answer it privately. Okay, ma'am, if the child becomes very stubborn and starts shouting, then how should we control her? Absolutely correct. One more problem that we have faced in this period, I'll tell you. What I have experienced, again, this comes out of my experience, that why will a child become stubborn? Because somewhere down the line, the child knows कि मैंने पहले ये अपना जिद्दीपन दिखाया था, तो एक बारी भी अगर मैंने आपको बताया ना, when I was telling you, एक बारी भी अगर आपने उसकी जिद पूरी की है ना, that means आपने अपना जितना किया हुआ मेहनत है ना उसको आप वापस जीरो पर ले आए हो. And you need to work collectively as a family. These sayings, they say that it takes a village to raise a child. They have not come out just like that. वो सिर्फ बोलने के लिए नहीं बोलते, but it does take a village to raise a child. Today, a mother will say, "नहीं, you cannot eat this ice cream." बच्चा भागते हुए ना पापा के पास जाएगा, "पापा, आइसक्रीम खानी थी मेरे को." तो पापा तो, because fathers are not able to give that time to that child because पूरा दिन they are working. बच्चा शाम को आया, हाँ हाँ ओके ओके, वो दे दी उन्होंने आइसक्रीम, बस. Your child will become stubborn. When the father goes to office, the mother will have to face the brunt of it. पूरा दिन बच्चे से लड़ाई चल रही होगी कि नहीं खानी आइसक्रीम, सॉरी मम्मा गंदी हो जाएंगी. So you have to make sure that you parents, the father and the mother, you guys are a team, because you have to think for your child's for your child's future. It's not about the ice cream. कौन अपने बच्चे को आइसक्रीम नहीं खिलाना चाहता? Everybody wants कि यार हम भी खाते हैं, enjoy करें. It's about the discipline. It's about knowing that okay, it is unhealthy, हमने वीक में one time खा ली, अब मुझे नेक्स्ट अगले हफ्ते ही पूछना है. This is just a small example. So this is why the child will become stubborn. And when they start shouting now, parent, you have to make sure that you don't lose your calm. Tell your child to take a deep breath, acknowledge their feeling. Yes, I know you're feeling bad. I'm so sorry. Even I want to do this for you, or even I want to give you the ice cream, but what do I do? It is so bad for health. This is what it does. Acknowledge your child's feeling. आप उसे ये मत बोलो, चुप कर जा, don't shout. No. Acknowledge your child's feelings, okay? And you will see a change. I'm not saying the child will change immediately, but at least the child would know कि हाँ मेरी जो feeling है वो वहां तक पहुंच रही है. उसका चिल्लाना, उसका जिद्दीपना एक जरिया ही है आप तक पहुंचाने का, that वो discomfort में है. So once you acknowledge, ना बेटा, I'm so sorry, I know you're feeling bad about this, but मैं क्या करूं? इसके ये repercussions हैं, इसका ये consequence है. Your child will gradually understand. Treat your child as an adult. जैसे आप किसी बड़े को treat करोगे ना, आप उसकी समझ को ना, don't underestimate your child's intelligence. Your children are very intelligent. Every child is very intelligent. If we underestimate it, it is our mistake. So don't underestimate your child. Okay. I would just like to say one thing. I would love to answer all the questions. I'm going to take up all the questions, a lot of questions. And in case I'm not able to answer your questions, I'll be sharing my email ID. Do write to me and I will make sure all the questions are answered. And in case you feel that, you would want to discuss your child at length and even more, please do reach out to the coordinator, Miss Rutika, and she will arrange a time where I can probably sit with you on a one-on-one basis and discuss your problem out. Coming back to another question. Okay, my kids are of the age 6 and 7. They fight a lot, and then I lose my temper and say such words which I should not supposed to. How do I control my anger? Again, very, very, very valid point. And this brings me to one more aspect. The difference in the age group today, the one that you've mentioned is just 1 year, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of households where the difference in the age groups will be a lot. I know somebody whose child is, one child is in KG and the other is in college. There are parents like these, there are households like these, itna nahi, so I'm sure there'll be a big age gap. So parents, in that case, remember that your strategy will not be the same for both, because the need of a teenager and the need of a toddler will be very different. A teenager needs you more as a friend, and a toddler needs you more as, that teddy bear who gives unconditional love. Hug your child more, kiss your child more, tell them I love you. Both. This goes for both. But yes, the strategy will be different in how you deal with a teenager and your elder one or your younger one. Ma'am, you've mentioned that you lose your anger, and how do I control my anger? I can completely resonate with you. And the only solution to this is that, when you know that they are fighting, you know what to expect, because I'm sure they fight a lot, and it is but natural that they will fight for small things. Please take a step back. You take a step back. It is between the siblings, unless it is something which is very, very huge, that you are not, like that they will not be able to handle, then step in. you know Things like remote की लड़ाई, पंखे की लड़ाई, कौन switch बंद करेगा, or I wanted to play with that toy and she's taken that toy. Don't get into such fights. Don't, trust me, your kids are old enough to handle these situations on their own. Take a step back, because if you keep standing there, you will end up losing your temper, no matter how much patience you keep. Take a step back, and then when you are calm enough, you come back in just to see if they have resolved. If they haven't, you don't find the solution for them, you guide them to the solution. How will you make them independent? By guiding them. उनको आपने सोल्यूशन नहीं देना कि अच्छा ठीक है, आधा घंटा तू रिमोट लेगा, आधा घंटा आप रिमोट लोगे. You will not do that. You will not give them the solution. You will let them figure it out, and you tell them that I am going to leave it to you guys. You guys are old enough to find a solution on your own. And you tell them that you are siblings, you are there for each other, you'll always be there for each other, but these small problems you need to resolve on your own. You need to take a step back in that, and that way, you won't even get so angry. You will get time to calm down. You will get time to calm down and step in when the time is right. Okay, next question is, imparting good habits is a task, but the elderly has lot of expectations from the kids. As a mother, is it okay to empathize with my kid and not burden with the responsibilities of discipline? Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. I started off by saying that we need to give unconditional love and no expectations. Yes, elderly people, society will have a lot of expectations. Today your child did not say good morning to me. Oh my God, you need to teach them. It's okay, ma'am. You hear it. आप सुनो उस बात को. I am very sure you as a parent know where to discipline your child. As a mother, you know where to discipline your child, and you know where your child is going. So it is absolutely okay to empathize with your child. That is what positive parenting is. You need to empathize with your child, but please remember that, again, as I mentioned, that there are certain principles, and there are certain there are certain principles that you should not let go of. For example, like have those principles according to your house. You have to greet the elders, beta. I know you are very sleepy, but okay, you don't want to greet them right now. Take your time, give them the time. No problem. My child sometimes wakes up early in the morning. She wakes up at 7 o'clock, but she does not greet everybody at the same time. She needs her time. Usko hota hai ki I want to play, I want to do this, but I do ensure that she is greeting everyone. You give them the time, but make sure that you're not letting go in the process of empathizing. You're not letting go of that opportunity to tell your child that this habit needs to be with you for life. And if you want to instill something, now make sure that you are following that. Make sure you do that in front of your child. It could be wishing an elderly person, it could be picking up your utensils and taking them to the kitchen. Sometimes just telling them, yeah, do this, go put your utensils in the kitchen, go say good morning, go say good night, or go wash your hands, go fold your clothes. This will not work. When your child sees you do that, it will work. Trust me, it will work. You just need to give it time. It will work. My child has started throwing tantrums related to eating habits. Please guide what to do. Ma'am, the only solution to this is that you have to be, again, consistent. You have to be firm. That, sometimes now you have to do this. Again, you will have to do this as a family collectively. I will repeat, as a family collectively. If there is a dish made and your child says, I don't want to eat it, you have to say, beta, we are very sorry, but this is what is made, and you will have to eat this. If you don't want to eat, the next meal will be served at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, which is dinner, jisme mama ye bana rahi hai. So it is your choice. If you don't eat this, please don't expect me to give you something else, and use that opportunity, use this to tell your child and empathize the child with the situation outside, that how in this pandemic people were not getting anything to eat, and we are fortunate enough to get so much variety that today we have a whole table laid in front of us for pulses and vegetables and what and god knows what not, right? So be firm. Maybe your child will not eat once, twice, thrice, maximum your child can go without eating is 2 days. Eventually they'll start eating, but you need to be firm, you need to be strong, and you need to make sure that you are not giving them an alternative or somebody else is not giving them an alternative. अगर दाल राइस नहीं खाए तो I'm sorry, आप chocolate नहीं खा सकते. The next meal that you will get will be at this time. Okay, there are a lot of questions, and I would love to answer all of them. What I will do is I will probably I'll just take one last question because it's already 4:20, and I don't want, I mean, I know you've taken out time out of your busy schedules, but I will definitely note down these questions. I would request the panelists to please note down these questions, and I will definitely answer all of them, and we'll find a way to reach out to you. I hope I've answered some of the questions are overlapping, which I've already answered. So please, I hope your question is answered. I'll just take one last question, which is that how to keep a single child engaged with the parents when the parents are busy with work. The kids want attention, and it gets too challenging to share time and not feel guilty for not being around. Again, very, very valid point, and I'm sure you must have faced this in the lockdown. Let me tell you one thing, that by family time, I mean that you dedicate that time to your child, right? So you need to have a structure in place first, that this is the timetable. You wake up at 7 o'clock, you go to bed at 7 o'clock, and in between you need to divide. Entertaining your child all day long, it is really not what is asked out of you. You need to give the child independent playtime also, which also helps in holistic development and innovation. When a child is sitting by themselves and they are having their own me time, they come up with a lot of things, and sometimes, yes, it's difficult. The child does not sit alone, but wo dheere slowly hi hoga. And you need to prepare your child and tell them in advance that, baby, this is the time when we will have lunch. This is the time, this is our family time. It's just for you, me, and it's okay to have a little flexible structure. If you can see that your child is wanting your time right now, and you've planned it for, say, 5 o'clock in the evening, don't worry. You move up that time, bump up that time, and give that time to your child if your child is wanting that. Always listen to your child, always give them a lending ear. And again, you don't need to feel guilty for not being around. I know parents do, they do their best, they want to do their best for the child, but that guilt is not going to get you anywhere. You please make a structure and ensure that when the family time is there, now your phones are away, any sort of distraction is away, and it's only you and your child who is spending that time. By you, I mean the family and the child, and there is no other distraction. Trust me, the child does not want 24 hours of your day or even 12 hours of your day. The child only wants to be heard, acknowledged, appreciated, and sometimes they want that undivided attention that you will give in the family time. So please don't feel guilty. Have a structure, have a routine for your child, and in the family time, make sure that there is no distraction whatsoever. All right. I think we are done with our questions. There are still a couple of questions left, which again, I said I would love to answer, but in the interest of time, I would stop here, and I would definitely reach out to people in some way. You can reach out to me via email. I'll be sharing my email ID with you in the thank you slide. Please do reach out to me with your questions in the email, and I will definitely answer all of those queries and questions. And as said before, if any of you feel that you want to talk on an individual basis at length, please reach out to Ms. Rutika and she will arrange a private session with me and you. I would now hand over to Ms. Rupi. Thank you all of you for your time. It was wonderful seeing your questions, and thank you so much. I hope I have answered your queries.
No duty is more urgent than of returning thanks. Hence, I deem it my honor to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of entire MPS fraternity. We thank Madam Principal for conceiving this idea of webinar series that will help each one of us to be good, rather best parents. Madam Ekta Kapoor for her sneak peek into the proficiencies of dealing with the pandemic hit generation. To Madam Vice Principal and all the ardent members of management for their gracious presence. To all our technical team members and dear parents, thanks a lot for joining in.
Thank you, everyone. As mentioned, the email ID is right in front of you. You may take a screenshot or note it down. It's ektakapur24@gmail.com, EKTAKAPUR24@gmail.com. Thank you, everyone, for your valuable time. And with due permission from Principal Ma'am, we would like to end the session now. Okay, thank you. We've gotten a go-ahead from our principal. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I hope we have done justice to your time, and I will wait for your emails. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. May I end the session now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.